Brothers and sisters, I must respect the elder. Edison James told us that we must respect Lennox Linton. I want to endorse that statement and make it clear that Lennox Linton has been the front line and almost the single-handed man who fought for electoral reform, who's been fighting for electoral reform. And he has not been deterred, not for 1 minute. As a member of the Electoral Commission, I would like to speak on what is taking place on the Electoral Commission. Brothers and sisters, we hear the government talking about electoral reform. It is clear, like that, it is clear that the government does not want electoral reform. The government of this country has imposed the two Lennox, the two Lawrences on the backs of you, the people of Dominica. They have been planted there to ensure that you do not get electoral reform. From day one, Eric Lawrence made it clear that we do not need fingerprints and we do not need ID. Brothers and sisters, we heard of Duncan's store. We are right in front of his property here. Duncan's store has been placed there to ensure that it just destroy the word electoral reform. So if these free people, if you, the people of Dominica, do not decide to take your reform, I can't see it happening. When James and I can tell you, there could be no better person, in my opinion, to fight for electoral reform than Wayne James. He has a passion for it, and he will fight tooth and nail. But when it comes to a vote, it is 3 against 2. And no matter what, Duncan will destroy anything that would seem to give you electoral reform. Brothers and sisters, we know what this country is like. And if we do not decide to take it, from the crowd we can see here, like I said at the Public Service Union, next time we going out, each and every person bring 4 people with you. If we take that concept forward, and each and every one of you here today, we can see the sea of people here. If each and every one of us bring at least 2 to 3 people next time, we can decide we're shutting down this country once and for all, until this government goes. We do not have to go burning the place. But in my view, even if left to me, everybody here would stay in Roseau peacefully until tomorrow morning. We would stay here, gather here, and stay here peacefully until tomorrow morning to send a clear message to the incompetent, corrupt government that enough is enough. Brothers and sisters, I've been embarrassed and ashamed by the Dominica Police Force. When I hear the kind of comments coming from Blackmore and the Chief of Police, you find a plot, nobody has been arrested, no evidence to prove that, but you out there making a fool of yourself, trying to deter the people and to scare them. Thankfully, you all were not deterred, and you all were prepared to come out. I know maybe 25% of the people were deterred. However, we must go out there and tell the people that we have to fight for Dominica. We have to take Dominica from Roosevelt Skerrit and his incompetent government. They cannot arrest everybody. They cannot imprison everybody. And how long is it going to last? If you, the people of Dominica, decide nobody is going to be arrested, if they do nothing in this country, then nobody will be arrested. If people go out there and create violence and put themselves in trouble, the police has every right to deal with them. But when you out there demonstrating peacefully, if we decide we're walking through also with that large number of people and we disrupted everything until our money comes back, peaceful disruption, not with violence, not interfering with anybody's property, but showing the government that the monies that have been stolen by the cabal and their agents must come back to the coffers of this country. There can be nothing wrong we'll be doing if we walk the streets asking for our money back.
In our country.
We should be commended. We should be commended by the government of the day. If they cannot face Anthony Hayden, I will call on Ma. I told Ma that Roosevelt Skerrit is creating a monster in Anthony Hayden, and he will no longer be able to curtail that monster. And so said, so done. This is a monster that is going to haunt Roosevelt Skerrit's administration. We got into the situation with Anthony Hayden and Vince Henderson. Anthony Henderson has made it clear to the government of Dominica, at no time should they invite him to any meeting when Vince Henderson is around. He thinks that Vince Henderson has asked questions. And you see what happened. Vince Henderson came back here to be deputy leader. But he was too rude to ask questions. And he has been shafted. And Anthony Hayden wants to have nothing to do with it. So in other words, Anthony Hayden is calling the shot in this country. Brothers and sisters, back to reform. We, the people of Dominica, must decide where we go. Coming here today, going back home, and may come back tomorrow is not going to help. We must give a commitment today. If you all are prepared, I'm prepared to stay in Roseau and work peacefully. We sleep on the side of the road. We attack nobody. We got no property. We just sit in Roseau. We have the right to do that. We are not out for trouble. If the police trouble us, we will sue them. So I'm saying to you all, the choice is yours and the leaders. But I believe we must send a clear message. We must send a clear message. If they don't feel us, we must show them in our face. We are right in their face. Brothers and sisters, other than that, when you are called, as the former Prime Minister said, if you are told to stay home and do nothing, they can never dismiss everybody. We must stay home and do nothing. And we must go over days and days and days and days until our money comes back to the treasury. Until Roosevelt Skerrit and his administration realize they can no longer govern. That that's not the authority to govern. We must not allow this administration to continue to govern at the rate that it is going. They are going to destroy Dominica. When Roosevelt Skerrit stop electoral reform, your children, my children, your grandchildren will have no chance to be a prime minister in this country. What is his son's name? Dimitri. Dimitri will be the next prime minister. Dimitri Child will be the next prime minister. And our children will have no opportunity to become leaders in this country. Is that what we're going to be settling for? We cannot settle for that. So it is left to you all. Whether you're going to accept Roosevelt Skerrit and his corrupt administration, or whether we're going to fight to take them out and take them out at any cost. We must stand up. We must not send mixed signals. And another thing I've seen is every time a UWB crowd comes into Roseau, the people always go gallivanting out there. Don't KFC, Bayfront. We must show the numbers. We must come together, encourage your brothers and sisters. The meeting is on the riverbank. We must stay here and show the numbers, because we have numbers here tonight. So I must go now. There are many other speakers to speak. I want to give people like Curtis Matthew, my brother here, a clear message for the Roosevelt Skerrit administration. They are corrupt. Their time is up. They must back up and give